Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is The Mystic in the Woods. I'm Kate, and today I want to talk about my favorite card in all of tarot, the Queen of Swords. And I want to talk to you about her because in my last video, we talked about healing our relationship with our intuition. And the Queen of Swords actually has powerful medicine for us when it comes to healing our relationship to our intuition. So the Queen of Swords has always been my favorite. I know a lot of people struggle with her because in her shadow aspect, she can be cold, over logical. People talk about her being a lawyer. None of these things are wrong or untrue. For me, the Queen of Swords has always been a truth teller, a truth seeker. She's always here to ask me, but is this true? This story you're telling yourself, is it true? Usually when we talk about intuition, we're going to talk about the High Priestess. We're going to talk about the Queen of Cups. But the Queen of Swords has a couple of really powerful messages for us when it comes to trusting our intuition. Now, if you've seen my Navigating Anxiety with the Queens of Tarot video, then you have already heard me say this. But when we are feeling really anything, there is the feeling, water, and the story we tell ourselves about that feeling, the story we attach to it, air. The Queen of Swords, balancing water and air, and looking within, is the perfect anchor to ask us what you're telling yourself, the story that you're telling yourself, is it true? So for me, the Queen of Swords is very much about balancing intuition and intellect, about looking at what's true for me. What is true for me? The Queen of Swords is brilliant at that. Now, the other thing that I love about the Queen of Swords is in relation to the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, which, if you've been following me for a while, you know this is a text that I have been cycling back to since I was in college, over and over. Now, there's one spot in here that I think can give us a new perspective, a new window into the Queen of Swords. So this is Karen King's translation, and this is right before we lose the middle 3 pages. So if you aren't familiar with the Gospel of Mary, we don't have the first 3 pages, 7 pages. There's pages at the beginning we're missing. There's 3 pages in the middle we're missing. Of all 3 copies of her Gospel that have been recovered, those pages are missing in all of them. Now, right before we lose pages, Mary sees Jesus in a vision after he has risen. And she says, "Lord, I saw you today in a vision." He answered me, "How wonderful you are for not wavering at seeing me. For where the mind is, there is the treasure." I said to him, "So now, Lord, does a person who sees a vision see it with the soul or with the spirit?" The Savior answered, "A person does not see with the soul or with the spirit, rather rather the mind, which exists between these two, sees the vision, and that is what?" And then we lose the rest. The important part, important, yes, but the part I want to draw our attention to here in this conversation is that word mind, which is translated to mind from the Greek word nous, N-O-U-S, which is not mind as we understand it today, being the human mind of intellect and logic and reason. The nous can also be translated to something like the eye of the heart. It is the way in which we perceive the divine, the way in which we perceive things like intuition. It is the part of us that can perceive that which our eyes cannot. The Queen of Swords, if we think about the mind in this way, and we step away from, for now, the intellect and logic version of the mind as we understand it today, and we look at it as this Greek N-O-U-S. We have a new way to see the Queen of Swords and her ability to help us see our truth, to help us with our intuition and to see the truth that is ours. The Gospel of Mary, I am not being dramatic when I say that it changed my life, that it changed the course of my life on numerous occasions. And of course, as I started learning to read tarot however many years ago and then cycled back into the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, I'm going through this and I'm going, oh, that's the Lovers card. Oh, that's the Queen of Swords. Oh, that's whatever. And the Gospel of Mary has given me new windows into the tarot, just like tarot has given me new windows into the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. So these are my thoughts on the Queen of Swords and why she is my favorite card in the deck. My favorite card. Even when she shows up in shadow, she is my favorite card in the deck. Now, if this stuff is interesting to you, stay tuned because this Monday, June 19th, I have a very exciting announcement coming out. And if you love the Gospel of Mary, if you are interested in these types of things, then you may find that interesting. And in the meantime, you can find everything in the link below. The Instagram, the website, the current offerings, everything like that. I will see you in the next video. I hope you at least found this entertaining, if not interesting and helpful. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.